Congratulations! You are now the lucky owner of a CRUMAR Mojo 61, one of the finest digital keyboards of the modern era. The Mojo 61 is a high-quality instrument that was entirely conceived, developed and built in Italy with premium quality parts. This instrument is the result of years of research in sound design, quality electronics, and has been assembled with first-class craftsmanship. We wish you many years of enjoyment and good music with your new Mojo 61, and, if we may give you a small piece of advice, you guessed it. Please read this manual in its entirety and keep it in a safe place for future reference. Have fun. The CRUMAR Gang. Conventions used in this manual. Every time a button, an LED, or any other control is referenced, it is done by the number that has been associated to it in the drawings found in chapters 3 to 8. When you're invited to press and hold a button, it is intended that the button should be kept depressed for at least 2 seconds. You will find that some concepts might be repeated more than once. This happens because there could be a mention in a chapter and a detailed explication in a later chapter. We recommend you to read this manual with the instrument in front of you, so you can put into practice what you are reading, and you can have an instant feedback of the notions here explained. The sounds of Mojo 61. VB3 Virtual Tone Wheel Organ. This is the exact same software that powers the CRUMAR Mojo and presents the same parameter set. VB32 is the result of 12 years of study, research, experimentation, and development of the simulation of a vintage Hammond B3 organ. It is the evolution of the GSI VB3 1.4, which is still available as a plugin for digital audio workstations. In the last 5 or 6 years, it has been considered the best simulation of a tone wheel organ by some of the most acclaimed jazz and rock organists and organ techs. The CRUMAR Mojo has been a bestseller in the clone organ market during 2013 and 2014, and now the new Mojo 61 offers you the possibility to take advantage of one of the best clone organs ever without compromises. Pipe organ. A pipe organ is not something you see every day. There are thousands of different pipe organs that differ by the number of stops, the number of manuals, the number and the type of pipes, their size, their position, etc. But we wanted to keep it simple and offer a pipe organ that would be easy to understand and inspiring to play. We chose to offer a Baroque-style organ based on a single manual and 9 stops plus 3 couplers, and the classic tremulant effect. This synth engine works as an hybrid synthesizer, uses additive synthesis and physical modeling. There are no samples involved. The expression pedal responds naturally and varies the amount of air that passes through the pipes. There is a total of 756 virtual pipes. Combo organs. The Mojo 61 features 2 simulations of very famous Italian transistor organs of the 70s, the Vox Continental and the Farfisa Compact Deluxe. Each of these organs is simulated in every detail, reproducing the essence and the exact color of that gritty organ sound that was the cornerstone of rock bands like The Doors and Pink Floyd. The polyphony is full, all 61 notes at the same time, and all controls behave exactly like in the original instrument. One note. Since both these organs were originally based on 49-note keyboards, we chose to bring the pedalboard tones to the first octave. The pedalboard tone has no settings. Tynes electric piano. There's no keyboardist without a good Rhodes electric piano sound, and the Mojo 61 offers what can be considered the best fusion between sound fidelity and playability. This synth engine is based on more than 10 years of experience on the physical modeling simulation of a Rhodes electric piano. Everything in the body of each single note from the attack transient to the very last decay is purely simulated. Some minor elements are added from selected sampled sources, but the most important part of the sound is pure synthesis. Every element of the mechanical piano is virtually reconstructed in the Mojo 61, from the hammer tips, the tines, the tone bars, the pickups, the dampers, the output filter straight to the output jack, and they all behave exactly like in the real thing. Each of the 88 notes is simulated individually, and each note is a generator on its own, thus offering the full polyphony, no note stealing, and a very natural and true to the original behavior. Plus, this new simulation features a very realistic sympathetic resonance that involves the whole harp that can vibrate and resonate every time a key is struck. It is really hard to tell the Mojo simulation from a real Rhodes piano. The level of realism and the number of details is very high. Reed electric piano. Similarly to the previous instrument, the simulation of a Wurlitzer 200A electric piano is totally based on physical modeling with only a minor addition of sampled material. Same technique as before, Every part of the mechanical piano is virtually reproduced in order to obtain the maximum level of realism and playability, including the sympathetic resonance. This piano has 64 notes, and all of them can play at the same time. Clavi electric piano. What's the funkiest keyboard ever? The Clavinet D6. And it's also one of the most sought-after vintage keyboards of the 2000s, and probably one of the rarest to find on the used market. The Mojo 61 offers a simulation that will literally blow you away. This is pure physical modeling, no samples were used whatsoever, and every single note is a generator on its own, just like the previous 3 instruments in this list. Every detail from the original stringed keyboard instrument is simulated, and the polyphony, once again, is full, 60 notes. This electric piano has no sustain pedal, but still it behaves like any other electroacoustic instrument, has sympathetic resonances, reproduces the woolen yarn damper sound upon note release, and offers the exact same control set as a Clavinet D6. Acoustic Grand Piano. This sample set comes from the factory sample library of the GSI Gemini and is based on the GSP-01 adaptive sample player synthesis engine. It features a special, physical modeling piano harp resonance simulator that adds natural resonances to the sound, mimicking the behavior of a real piano harp. This is the only sound of the Mojo 61 that is mostly based on pre-recorded material and has no editing parameters. Please note, each keyboard instrument simulated by the Mojo 61 respects the keyboard extension of the original instrument, so the tone wheel organ allows 61 notes for the 2 manuals and 25 notes for the bass pedal board. The pipe organ allows 61 notes. Both combo organs feature 49 notes plus 12 bass notes on the first octave. The Tyne piano allows up to 88 notes. The Reed piano allows 64 notes. The Clavi has only 60 notes. Please notice that the first 5 notes of the keyboards will be muted, and the acoustic piano has 88 notes. Thank you for listening to part 1 of the user manual for the CRUMAR Mojo.